Good morning, everybody. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna wait here a sec for people to find me. I'm a little early. And yeah, my lighting is weird. Look, there's a weird shadow here. I don't know what's going on with that. Let me see if I can fix it. Anyway, so today I'm playing with this More Than Autumn set. I've been playing a lot with it, but I haven't been showing everything because I'm using some of it for a surprise that I'm sending to people who order this month. And so I thought I'm gonna show that probably next week, the little things that I've been making for the goodies. Had to get a drink. Okay, before I get started, I want to take a moment to show you 5 favorite tools from Stampin' Up that I have discovered I'm pretty happy with. The first thing is the tear and tape. It is, everybody's got 2-sided sticky tape, but the tear and tape from Stampin' Up is especially easy to peel off the backing. It's so easy and it's super sticky, which is really nice. So it's really good for those like dimensional projects and stuff. And so I've been going through some tear and tape. All my tear and tape rolls look almost empty right now. The other thing, a hidden gem, they have these like foam adhesive strips, and they're in different sizes, but look how thin, narrow those are. And they're really nice for really skinny things. Like when you have those really thin messages that, you stamp on a strip and put them on, if you want them popped up or whatever, or for really narrow areas, shaker cards where you just need a real narrow frame. I double these up and use them. So this is something that you may not even know that was on there. The other thing they have in that adhesive realm is double-sided foam sheets, and they are sticky double-sided, so super sticky, and you can run them through your die cut machine. And I have been playing around with those super narrow, skinny little trees. I can't remember which set that's from, that has the little skinny trees in it that are really hard to adhere. And if you want them dimensional, it's like, what a mess to try to put any adhesive on the back. So these have been working out great. I've been using a lot of foam board. And so there's 3. Now, the 4th one I don't own, but I own parts and pieces. I own this Spellbinders tool that I've had it for a number of years, and it has a brush on the end that you use like on your die cuts so that the little bits and bobs pop out. And on the other end, it's a pokey tool. And then I have another tool, you guys might recognize this old one, but I hardly ever use it anymore because I hate having so many tools out on my desk. But it's got putty. Sorry, my nails are in bad shape. It's got putty on the end, and you can, like pick up little die cuts and things with it. It's just real sticky. And if you, wanted to pick this up and place it on your card somewhere, that's what that's for. And there's even refills for that. So what Stampin' Up has done on their pick tool is they've made the ends interchangeable so that you can customize it to what you use. So you might want a pokey, like me, a pokey and a brush. That's awesome. Or maybe you want the sticker thing on one end, And somebody messaged me yesterday and was looking at that, and I said, oh, I'll bet it's cheaper on Spellbinders. And we went to Spellbinders, and sure enough, it's not. Stampin' Up's is cheaper. So I was very pleased to see that, and surprised, to be honest. So that was something that I thought was kind of a cool thing. And then the last thing, I just want to tell you that I really have kind of fallen in love with this glass mat. You know, I like my all-purpose mat. Don't get me wrong. I use it when it's super messy, but I don't need to. I can totally use this mat. You know, this glass mat is great for blending ink, and you just clean it off. Glue comes off. Just everything. I'm really happy with it. The only wish is that it was just a little wider. That's all. But I love it. And I think the glass mat, with all the ink blending that we've been doing, that's in trend right now, the glass mat is awesome. Okay, let's get started on my project. It's a short and sweet thing. I got out some ink, toffee, mink, and candy apple. I got out some markers that kind of are in that same realm, like pink, red, and muted brown, which is kind of the same sort of colors. And then, of course, this More Than Autumn stamp set. Now, what I like about it is, of course, it's like all about the pumpkin spice and the pumpkin season and the little donuts and the pumpkin pie. But it has my favorite thing, peppermint. The only word it's missing is mocha, because I am a peppermint mocha freak. As a matter of fact, that's what I drink like year round. So it does, what's cool about this set is it has words that are die cuts. It has, and they're good size. Look at that. So like if you look at the front, this is the difference. There's the word season, and there's the die cut. So awesome. Spice, apple, pumpkin, hot cocoa. It has latte, coffee, and nothing better than. There's the donut. It has all these little bitty pieces. So it has like marshmallows and apples and pumpkins and the little cinnamon and the little gingerbread man. Oh my gosh. And the little peppermint stick, which is what I'm going to use today because yeah, that's what that's what I decided to do. So basically I have just, I have a bunch of card panels sitting out on my desk. That's just kind of how I roll. I just try to keep them all cut ahead of time so I'm not constantly trying to make more card panels. It's my least favorite thing to do is making card panels. So I just spend like 10 minutes, cut a whole bunch down, and have a stack. And it's so much easier. Oh my gosh. Okay. On the stamp set, there is a little bitty peppermint candy cane. And I hope you can see it. Gosh. And there's a little gingerbread man that I want to use just because he's adorable. And I want you to know I pre-stamped and cut out this little cup. And I went ahead and did some whipped cream in mink. That's that. And I did go ahead and pre-cut this little straw right here. And there's even a die for that. I'm like, honestly, I can cut that out in like 2 seconds, but hey, they made a die. I'll use it. I love the donut. I can't wait to make like boxes of donuts and stuff. I just think that's really fun. anyway, so I did kind of pre-do that, and I thought we can color those a little bit. And then I'm going to start with my Candy Apple Red ink, and I'm just going to use the little candy cane, and I just want to do kind of a random stamp. And whenever I do random stamping, I try to make visual triangles. So there's a triangle, 1, 2, 3, triangle, 1, 2, 3, triangle. So I'm just constantly moving, and it looks good to have some of your images like off the side, so they're not all perfect. Otherwise it looks like it has a frame. If you don't make it, some of the images go off the edge, it looks like you have a white border around your stuff, and you don't really want that. So triangles, triangles, and I'm trying to keep them kind of straight up and down, just kind of wonky, because I don't want my candy canes upside down in this one. I could have, I suppose. Okay, let's put this back. And then I'm going to use my toffee ink and make some gingerbread cookies. And I'm just going to fill in between the little cookie man. And so back and forth, and I keep rolling it where I'm missing his foot. So I need to pick up his foot a little bit there, and his foot. Good job. Kind of wonky, but that's okay. I'm okay, because the way I'm going to cut this panel, that one actually won't show, but anyway. So I'm going to cut this panel down to, I have a lot of frames, and this is a frame. Hold on a minute. Excuse me. It's kind of cold in my house, and I need to turn the heat on. Anyway, so this is a pink fresh brand frame. I have gobs and gobs of different frames that are fancy. Stampin' Up has tons of frames, and I just picked one that was rectangle. I didn't even think too hard about it. I didn't even look at all the ones I had, but I want this panel to fit inside of here. So I'm just going to cut it down. This frame is, the inside is 3 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to cut this panel down to 3 by 4 1/4. Like that. And I just think that's super cute. Isn't that cute? And I'm just going to make a little frame. Now, if I want to do a little more to this, I can color. Now, I think I could use my pink. This is the pale pink blend. I need a scratch paper. I like to have something around to, ooh, that is not pale pink. That's bright pink. Hold on a sec. I'm like, whoa, that one's quite bright. I'm glad I tested it first. These are my, this is my second marker of pale pink. And then my first marker has paler shades. So real light, mid. Sometimes I use this pale pink for skin, but you know, really, I like it for cheeks. But I kind of want to make some, I want to color in my candy cane, but I want it to be a pink color. So I think I like that mid-tone right there on the darker marker. So I'm just going to real quick kind of color in the stripes. You know what's really fun to color in these little bitty things with is, oops, got an extra one there, is gel pens. They have so many very cool packs of gel pens, especially at Christmas. You can get them like discounted and stuff. And people who do like the adult coloring book, how they have like all the millions of colors. So a couple years ago, I bought a big pack of colorful gel pens for my nieces. They're like in their 20s. And, you know, they like to journal and doodle and stuff. And so, oh my gosh, I got them in the mail. I just ordered them from like Amazon or something. And when I got them, I realized I had to have some too. They are so amazing. And they were so inexpensive. I was like, this is awesome. Okay. There is my pink straw. I think I also, look how cute. The other thing you can do, let me just grab one of my red gel pens here. I have so many, but this one is a Signo. I like the idea of making like some of these darker on here too. Is this too fussy? Is it too fussy for a card? I don't know. I just think it's fun. The ones in the center won't show because I'm going to put, you know, my cup and stuff on the front. So I'm just going to kind of focus on these ones around the edge. And, you know, I enjoy making Christmas cards, and sometimes it's worth it to just put a little oomph on them. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. Okay. I think that's pretty good. I like how that looks. Let's color in our cup. Now, here's what my thought is for the cup. I got out my spotlight circles. You know, I use those circles on almost every project now. Love them so much. I mean, I have regular plain circles, but oh my gosh, these ones that have the borders, I'm in love. And see, I'm just going to put that on there. See, not much is going to show. I was going to go smaller, but I kind of like my cup showing. So I want to color this cup, and so let me think about this card just for a second. And I have a card base. Again, I just keep card bases sitting on my desk. Hate to cut card bases. Why do I hate that so much? Anyway, and then this will be like this. That's my thought. But I wanted to add another color to it, and I didn't want it to be brown. So I grabbed my ballerina pink. It's two-sided. I kind of like the lighter side. Let me see what that looks like on here. And so if I add a little pink on here, it just, I don't know, adds a little color, right? Adds a little something. And if I'm going to put my peppermint mocha, I could leave this off altogether. I'll decide in a minute. But I really want to color this so that it will pop out, it will stand out. So I think I want the hugger around the coffee. You know, normally those are tan, and I could do the hugger tan and the cup red, or I could just do the middle red and leave it white. I like the hugger tan. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. All right, this is muted brown. I gotta tell you, my muted brown has been a little dry the last couple of I'm using the darkest color. I'm going to outline it first. And when I get to the edges, I'm going to flick, 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 flick. Okay? And then I'm going to go to the other side and draw a line. And then I'm just going to flick, 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 flick. And then I'm going to go to my middle color. And I'm going to go from the edge and I'm going to flick in more. And I just want that a little covered. And then my very last color, I'm going with the light and just finishing it off. And I'm going to start here in the center. And because my marker is a little dry, it's just going to take a little more work than it should. Like normally it would just, I would just color it in. But not bad. I think that's cute, right? And then I think I want my cup to be red, but I don't want it to be like bold, full on, you know, everything bold red like this. I mean, I could, but I think I want it to be red that has like a pinky tone. So I'm grabbing my pale pink shades again. These are the darker ones. And I'm going to color my cup pink. Now, one thing about these pale pink shades is they get darker and darker as you go. And even though they are, you know, pink, when you put them with red stuff, sometimes they take on enough of a red tone to look red. And I've noticed, I've been doing this with some of my Christmassy coloring. Now I'm taking the darkest pink and just coloring the edges. I like having the center light because that, you know, if you were looking at the cup head on, the front would be the lightest, and then the front would be the lightest and the edges would be dark because it curves, you know what I mean? So there's my pink, and I realize, you know, it looks kind of pink. Now I'm going to go back to my red, and I'm going to pick the lightest color of red, and I'm going to go around the edges, and so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. By coloring the edges in red, it really does take on more of that red tone. All right, so, and I can even go even a little darker in places, so I'm just gonna do a little red right at the very edges where it would be most shaded. If you hear my phone ringing, it's my dad. My dad is getting broadband today, like i3 broadband, like the really fast internet. I'm just going over the whole thing with that lighter color just to blend that lighter area in a little bit more. All right. Oh, look how cute. See, it looks like fancy coloring, doesn't it? I mean, really, I am not a colorer, but I do love how that looks. It does pop off of there pretty good. I don't know if I need the circle. Do I need the circle? I'm gonna think about it. I'm still thinking. Okay, and then I have this little straw, And I have this. Now, I did the whipped cream in mink in this color. It's like the palest color of tan I could have. I gotta be honest with you, I wish I had even paler colors of tan, because it really is like one of those colors that I use often. And so I'm using my muted brown, just the lightest color, to shade in the whipped cream just a little bit because it is so white. And we all know whipped cream has lots of folds and wrinkles and stuff in it that makes it not completely stark white. Oh, that's cute. And look at the little straw. Do you love it? I think it's so cute. Okay, now's the moment. I need to know whether I need to use, oh, I made one other thing. I wanted a sign. So I took the stamps that said peppermint and season, and I stamped it onto this little piece. This is from that little elf set that, oh gosh. This is one of the very first sets I bought from Stampin' Up's Christmas, because I fell in love with this little hat and little shoes, and I've been playing with that a bit. And this is easy to fussy cut, and so you know, it's just a cool thing to do. And so here I have this, and I think I'm going to go around the edge in that tan color, since I would make it look like peppermint, like red and white. I don't know how good I am to do that. I wonder if I cut a separate one that I could play with just to see if I can do it. It's a challenge. But if I wanted to, like, go into this, let me put this pink. If I wanted to make this stripy like peppermint, let me get my red. I think I could do it. Oh, I don't know. You have to really work on your spacing to make it look good. I don't know. It would be interesting if I could. I might play with that later. Okay, time to adhere. I'm going to put everything together, and that is our card today. I really, really love having these cards that are a little bit, I know it's a little bit generic, like, you know, peppermint season. It doesn't exactly say Merry Christmas or Happy Holiday. I'll probably put Happy Holidays on the inside, because that is. Now this thing, like I said, these little fussy things that are a pain to put glue on, this is an amazing use for that foam, because you can die cut out of one of these like foam sheets. This is not one of my favorite frames. Why I grabbed it over others is beyond me, but because of all the little circles, it looks like a nightmare to punch out. It's not terrible. It's surprisingly easy to cut because it looks awful, but I still don't like to do it. Lazy. All right, let me just put that on there, and I'm just gonna put this on here to dry for a minute. Adhere. Okay, circle, no circle, yes, no, I don't know what to do now. I have some of the little cute peppermints that I can add, which are adorable. And they're just so sweet. I just love them. They're out of stock until November, which I'm sorry, very frustrating to me. I'm frustrated about it too. I have some of these little sprinkles. I thought about making this into a shaker card, and I've been using these a lot. They have the little, sorry, my nails are bad. They have little cookies. They have little peppermints. And so, you know, this is something that you can buy in other places, but obviously these are really nice. They have adhesive on them. I think I'm going to leave the circle off. I'm going to put the circle back in my stash. You're probably like, no, put the circle on. I don't see any strong feelings one way or the other online. So here we go. And I'm just gonna, my nails are a mess because I know it's weird, but I've been digging around in my garden trying to dig up flowers. I'm trying to see if I can salvage some of my plants. I've never done that before, but I have space indoors now where I can put them and put grow lights on, and I'm like, I don't know if this will work. You know, it's just one of those things. I just want to try it once. I'll probably, if the leaves start falling really bad and I'm constantly cleaning up my house, I may change my mind. But any advice, I'm open. So, okay, let's put a few of these cute little peppermints on. And these, what I like is there's different sizes, big, small, medium, large. Love that. And you can put, I like the idea of putting, a big one right here in the middle. Cute. And then I'm just gonna put these sort of random, oh my gosh, I love this. You guys would like this card, right? Like if you got this in the mail, you would be happy with it. It's cute. Okay, there we go. Ta-da. I love it. That is my simple card today. It only took me half an hour, and it does help to have panels and things, you know, already cut, but oh my gosh, I love it. So, okay, have a great weekend. I am going to work on some of my projects for Christmas today. I hope you guys make some time from crafting. An announcement really quick. I changed that schedule of my little bit festive scrapbooking workshop because those items have been out of stock, and it is very frustrating to me and to you, and it is kind of like time to bump it a little bit because I want everybody to have the opportunity to buy that if they want to participate. So I changed the date to December on that, and I took advantage of that open week in November then, and I'm going to do a simple stories pack. I don't know which one yet, but I think I might do this vintage Holly Jolly simple stories. I really love how it has a lot of little it has a sticker sheet and ephemera pieces and stuff that I can use to make a lot of cards, and I just think that'll be fun. And I'm not sure what card bases I will use, but mine will probably be red or white, and we'll just cut them that night. when we do it. It'll be recorded, so if you can't make it, which I hope you can make it, but if you can't make it, you'll be able to watch it later if you want. So I'm sorry I had to bump that though. That makes me kind of sad. So, all right, I'm gonna just put that on there. I love this. I like playing with gel pens, can you tell? All right, have a good day. Bye, everybody.